Is there another question or
There is one more question and it's completely directed. So it's a nice way to end this. Mary wants to know, how can I increase my intuition so I can navigate my path in life better? I need answers and help with health, social security, finding a kind, gentle, loving partner, and finding a quiet, considerate, respectful roommate.
Okay. So, and that was from Mary, you said?
Mary, yes.
So Mary, so there's kind of two parts to that question, and there's two parts as an answer. So the first part, how can you work on your intuition? That is a process, and we would love for you to do that. There are many ways. One of them is simply quieting your mind, which we know is always a challenge for human beings. And we want to be clear when we say that. Quieting your mind means noticing thoughts as they come and go, not trying to have nothing, because your brain doesn't work that way. You're supposed to have thoughts. You just want to have thoughts that you acknowledge and release rather than have an emotional response to. That is what quieting your mind is. And when you can do that, it will take you to a new level of vibration and the ability to tap into your own intuition. That is one way. There are several ways. Some people do this through what is called lucid dreaming. Some people, I, for instance, obviously work in the Akashic Records, and I would absolutely invite you, Kat here, to see if that calls to you. There are lots of spiritual pathways that can invite you into evolving your intuition. Now, I love the shower. I think some of my best information comes in the shower. It's a peaceful, relaxing, emotive time. The water itself is very emotive, and water is just evocative for that. So you can, however you're connected to water, maybe it's watering your yard or doing the dishes, or again, being in the shower or the bathtub, and just allowing yourself to find some quiet moments. Also, there are books, and in fact, in my book, I do a quick little section on connecting to your intuition, so you can pick that up. It's good for other reasons as well. And there are many books on developing your intuition. Here's what we'll tell you in the short time that we have, which is, you want to establish a trend or a pattern. That's how you know how to trust your intuition. Okay? So when you feel it in a certain place and you feel it in a certain way, and then you have lots of trends that are repetitive for that, then you'll know that you can trust your intuition. You will also note that if you have gotten information and you ignored it, and then you said to yourself, why didn't I trust that? That's another way to look at yourself and say, oh, that's how my intuition comes to me. I need to pay attention to that. So it's a little bit more involved than just a 2 or 3 minute answer. As far as information on your health, a roommate, your social security, we'll just be honest and say you can get that information from a reading. That's one way. Of course, listening to your intuition is another way. We like having other people tap in and give you that information as well, i.e. from a reading. So I'll speak for myself, which is I still get readings from other people because I just want a different perspective on certain things. Sometimes I cannot be objective about something that I'm asking. And so even opening up my records to get the information, it's sometimes still a challenge for me to be objective. So there are times I go to a colleague and get a reading, and we like that. Um, so while I can't give you specific information about those other things that you asked about, you can certainly contact us for a reading. And we absolutely encourage you to develop and take notice and pay attention to your intuition and how it works for you. We all have it. It is our flight or fight and survival instinct. And so just paying attention to it and learning its signs and signals is the best way to develop that. Okay, thank you for that question, Mary. That's a great question.